Hello, everyone. Today we're diving deep into a shocking event that recently took place in the United Kingdom. This incident goes beyond just a criminal act. It has had serious implications for British society and the economy. I'll break down the events, the societal and economic impact, and what it all means moving forward. Let's start with the background. On July 29, 2024, near Liverpool, a 17-year-old boy attacked a group of young children attending a summer workshop at a dance studio. Tragically, 3 children aged 6, 7, and 9 lost their lives, and 10 others, including 2 adults, were injured. The children were simply practicing a dance to a Taylor Swift song when this peaceful moment turned into a nightmare. The attack shocked the entire nation, especially because the victims were so young. In the aftermath, British society was thrown into chaos. But what made things worse was the spread of misinformation. A false rumor quickly circulated online, claiming that the attacker was a Muslim refugee. This fake news spread like wildfire, fueling anger and grief. Soon, people began targeting areas where refugees live and even attacking mosques. These violent protests escalated across the country, leading to looting, arson, and widespread social unrest. Now, it's crucial to understand that this wasn't just an extreme reaction by a few individuals. The event has left a deep wound in British society, exacerbating existing social tensions. More than anything, it highlighted how easily fake news can manipulate emotions and tear a society apart. Let's turn to the government's response. Prime Minister Starmer has vowed to crack down on the violent protests. However, this has exposed another issue. Britain's prisons are already at over 99% capacity, leaving no room for more inmates. The government is considering early release for prisoners who have served more than 40% of their sentence, though they promise that violent and sexual offenders will be excluded. But this move could potentially increase social anxiety. Here's the big question. Can the government's early release policy actually calm the public's fears, or will it make things worse? The possibility of a rise in crime rates as released inmates re-enter society is a serious concern. While the government's decision may be a necessary response to overcrowded prisons, there needs to be a clear plan to manage the social costs and risks. Now, let's examine the economic impact. The violent protests have led to widespread looting and damage to businesses, hitting small businesses particularly hard. This could dampen consumer confidence, leading to a slowdown in domestic economic activity. If consumer spending drops, the UK could face a recession. Moreover, such social instability significantly reduces the UK's attractiveness to foreign investors. Investors generally prefer stable environments, and if this chaos continues, they might reduce or pull out their investments, which would have long-term negative consequences for the British economy. Additionally, the government's approach to solving the prison issue could have economic ramifications. If the early release policy leads to an increase in crime, the social costs would be substantial. Expanding prisons or bolstering social safety nets would require significant financial resources, which could increase government debt and place further strain on the economy. In conclusion, this incident has revealed a complex web of issues affecting both British society and the economy. This isn't just about a tragic crime, it's about social tensions, governmental response failures, and economic consequences all intertwined. We've seen how easily fake news can ignite social conflict, and how quickly that can spill over into economic instability. As we look ahead, the key question is how the British government will navigate this crisis. The consequences of the early release policy, the efforts to curb fake news and violent protests, and the direction of the British economy all demand close attention. It's a reminder of just how critical it is to maintain both social and economic stability. That's all for today's discussion. I'll be back soon with more in-depth analysis on important issues. Thanks for tuning in.